everyone, I'm just going to do a quick review of my new radio for the Chevy Cruze. And this is a radio from Navi.com. It's the 7047 model. It'll cost about $500, but I think out of all the radios I've seen for the Cruze, this is absolutely one of the best. And I think for the features, I don't think there's a better radio that you could buy. So I'm going to go ahead and, I am in the garage and the garage is shut, but I'm going to go ahead and start the car. Turn down the vents. Now you'll notice that the beeping is a different sound. So that your door chimes and stuff will now go through a small unit behind this radio. So it won't use the existing one. And so the boot up screen looks like that. And it's really great. And it is powered by Android. And then there's the head unit. It's really great. It really is. So I'm going to go ahead and start the car. And you'll see as soon as I put it in reverse, there's my garage door. It also uses the sensors to tell you how much more distance you have to go. Now that will work even from a fresh startup. Even if the radio hasn't booted up, as soon as you put it in reverse, it will show that, even if the radio is not booted up, which is something I was definitely worried about. So that's been, a pleasant surprise. And then, so it's got the radio. You just click for the radio. And it's a nice radio display. And you've got all the tabs for the presets. It's 100% touchscreen. You retain your ability to use these. So like the volume up and down works. Your band and stuff will change from like F3, AM. So almost all these buttons work. The clock I don't think does anything, but you've got touchscreen for that. But the buttons that matter, and including your steering wheel buttons, those all work. So let's just say all the buttons that matter work perfectly. So so that's the radio settings. I don't want to have the volume up because I don't want to get the video delisted. So that's the radio. You can music via USB if you've got it. You've got Bluetooth, and it will run a call right through this. Works perfectly. I have a microphone installed right up here, which is kind of too dark for you guys to see, but it sounds great. And then all the call logs, all that's all there. I'm not going to go into that just for privacy reasons, but it's a very nice display. It really is. I've been so impressed with it. And then it's got settings, which are like all the Android settings. It's just as if you had an Android tablet setting in your car. The display, storage, it looks like it's got 18 gigs almost free. System time, updates, backups. You can really do a lot with this. It's got full navigation, which is great, and it's nice map. It's really a nice map. Let me let that load. It is really a nice looking map, and you just click and you can zoom it in. I haven't found a way yet to zoom in to the distance that I want it to zoom in, but it's definitely a really, really nice map. And it's very crisp. All of the speed limit signs are on this map, which I thought was fantastic. And I'm sure you can disable this, and I don't want to because I have a lead foot. But when it shows the speed limit, like let's say go down from 35 to 45, if I'm doing like 6 over, it will give like 1 beep. And then if I'm doing like 10 over, it'll go beep, 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 beep. And so that's super, super important for me because I don't watch my speed very well. And that's really been a great feature. But it is a nice crisp map, and it just looks great. I actually like it better than the Apple Maps. And then it's just like a tablet. You can swoosh over, CarPlay. So this will work with Apple CarPlay and Android's Play version. So text messages will be read to you aloud. You know, you can call people. It's just the same screen that you would have in a higher end car like a Tahoe. I know we have a Tahoe, and you know, when you plug your phone in via USB, you know, it'll read text messages to you, everything. It's all great. All of that works natively in here with the CarPlay adapter that comes with it. Actually, it's an add-on, but I mean, they sell it for this particular radio. It's not like you have to do anything hokey to get it to work. You just gotta get the CarPlay adapter when you get the radio. It's got a calculator. It's literally just a tablet. It really is. It's got Google Chrome, and yes, it works. So what you can do is this has Wi-Fi. So what I would do is, and what I have done many times, is basically set my iPhone up as a hotspot, and I can, you know, do this in the car. You know, I can Google something. I don't do it when you're driving. Let's not be dumb. No one needs to get killed over the radio. But it is cool to have if you're waiting to pick someone up or something, and you just want to check something, or you want to watch a Facebook video. You know, if you're waiting to pick someone up, it's rather cool. So, and then you can basically download any app that you want on this thing from the Google Store, Google Play Store. So that's been really cool. And then this is actually now a DVD player, so you can literally watch a movie from this screen. Of course, you know, you don't do it when you're moving, but that's really cool as well. And then another thing that I thought was cool, I'm gonna have to start the car for this. So another thing I thought was cool is this is fully integrated with the temperature controls. When you turn up like see that? When you turn up it overlays just like the old one did. Well, actually, I may not say the old ones. This is a 2011. It never did that. I don't believe. But the like 12s and 13s and 14s, if I'm not mistaken, with the bigger screens, did do that. I remember my old one had one. So I thought that was really important, you know, that actually overlays. It's really cool. It'll tell you if the seats are on. You see that icon on the left? It'll tell you which seat's on. So I thought that was pretty nifty as well. And then I'm going to leave it running so I can show you one other thing. So over here in the panel, you can see some lights on. So I can't, I'll add a picture into the video here. But it's an OBD plug. And so basically, the way it works is you can go over here to this app called Torque, and I'm sure other apps will work as well. And you can get all of your diagnostic data. That flashing car at the top left just means it's connecting to the sensor. But there you can see my engine RPMs. I do have a little bit of a surge problem with this engine. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. I've been working hard to track that down. You can see all of your fault codes. Of course, I don't have any, which makes, you know, tracking that down even harder. But I don't have any fault codes. And then your back button, you know, obviously still works. So you can do that. You can view and clear fault codes from this menu. And then all your real-time information. You can customize these displays. This is just all in the Torque app. You can see the coolant and Celsius, which I can change to Fahrenheit. I just haven't got around to it yet. Vacuum, throttle, all of this. You know, there's just an endless amount of data that you can put on these screens. Here's all the, I've got all of the sensors put in here. And so these are all of the sensors I can pull data from. You know, and make custom displays. So that's pretty cool. And when that's running, obviously you'll see it, you know, flashing a lot more. That just uses Wi-Fi to connect. But that's pretty cool, especially because I can make some charts and stuff off of the Torque Pro version. Get things that I wouldn't normally have in the scan tool, like, you know, graphings of O2 sensors and stuff, and fuel trims and stuff. So it all can be done in the Torque app. So really serves a lot of purpose. At any time, you can click up here at the top and get your home screen, or drag this down. You can get your Bluetooth settings, your brightness, which goes way brighter if you need it to. it's just really, I've been very impressed with it. It was worth the install. Absolutely. So it's got the date and the time. I'm actually recording on my phone, so I cannot show you the CarPlay, but it's identical to the CarPlay you'd find in a native GM that has a CarPlay. You've got your Pandora overlay, you've got your text messages overlay, you've got you can even use your iPhone maps if you wanted to through CarPlay and show the map from your iPhone on the car. It's all the same features. All the same features you have in a CarPlay are with this when you have the CarPlay adapter. So, but I think that's pretty much everything. It's been a great purchase, and I had just that tiny little split screen before, and this is great. This is really, I've been so impressed with this radio, and really the value. I mean, I could go on Best Buy and spend $400 on a head unit easily and not have anywhere near the intuitiveness, like the controls and stuff. Like, it's just, you can tell this radio is made for a cruise, and for me that's very important. So but I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. It was a very easy install. I mean, all radios are pretty easy to install. I didn't have to cut anything. It was all all the radio components, they came with a wiring adapter. I just had to plug everything in. I did have to run the cable, for with a GPS antenna and a microphone, which you probably can't see. It's right there. I did have to run all of that, but that's, you have to do that with most aftermarket head units, so that's no big deal. And I did have to splice into the power and negative cable on the reverse light, so that the camera would be powered on as soon as the light comes on. So but that wasn't a big deal. You just take the tail light out, and I soldered mine, but you can use a T-tap, or you can use another lock splice connector, so you don't even have to solder it if you don't want to. But I think the install probably took me maybe collectively maybe 4 hours, which is not bad, not for all the features I got. I mean, I got, I ran the mic, I ran the antenna, I ran USB cables. I ran a USB cable into here because it does not use the standard USB in the car anymore, so I ran that just from the side. Ran that through there, and then in here I have the CarPlay adapter, which I will actually amend this video because I'll need my light on to show you this. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I'm going to wrap in another video right behind it with my light on. I just figured the flash would show too much glare, so I didn't want that on for right now. But I'll add that in because I want you to see this cool adapter. So I'm back now with this. Now, this is not, you don't have to do this. I'm incredibly OCD and love factory solutions. So this is something that I did, but you don't have to do this. So here, you'll see what I actually did. This is just power now. Like I was saying, the USB does not, the old car USBs only work for power. So I actually ran this from the radio all the way down just along the side here. I have an install video where I show you bringing the cord into here. I didn't show you putting this in because I knew most people wouldn't go through the hassle, but I'm very OCD. So basically what that is I took out the auxiliary plug and I literally epoxied the USB cable in place right there. And even when this is taken out, this thing fully closes still. But that's just because I'm OCD. In my install video, I just show you bringing the cable through here because I didn't want to confuse people or make people think that it was really too much work. It was not any work really to install this radio. It was just a matter of my preference and the fact that I'm very OCD. So, but that is what I did there, just because it's just so cool. But yeah, I would, would I buy this radio again? Absolutely. So there's the mic I put in, and then there's the GPS antenna. So It's really great. And I'm going to post this. Hopefully, I'm going to probably post it to the Cruze forum too. Hopefully people will, looking for radios will find this radio and see that it's, a really good radio. I know it comes from China. Personally, I had my hesitations about that and about quality. I've bought things from China before and it was junk. But this is not the case. This is really a high quality radio. And I couldn't find much about it online. So that's why I wanted to do an install video, which covers absolutely everything I did except for gluing that connector in there. But it shows you running the wire. And this is my review video, and I've got an unboxing, and I got probably over an hour and a half of video time on this radio of just really showcasing it. I think it's a great radio, so I highly recommend it. There'll be a link in the description. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get paid for it. I don't get paid if you click the link, but I am going to link to it so that people can see the video and know where to buy it. I don't know if other places sell it. I'm just going to link it directly to carnaviplayer.com. But this is really a great radio. It really is. So, but I'm going ahead and end this video. But I just wanted to show you guys this. Even it shows the doors, which doors are open. And that's just a screen saying that it's powering down. So it's pretty cool. It really is. So post comments if you have questions. I'll try to answer any questions that you have. It's really, I've been impressed. Best radio I've ever bought for any aftermarket. Any aftermarket radio I've bought for any car. So.